Hello, welcome to Tabletop CP and the start of a brand new Pint Sized Campaign for Chain of Command. This is going to be Barbarossa. So before we start, I would just like to give a big thank you to Mr. Stephen Philp, who wrote this campaign. And he's also written the Saipan campaign that we played on the channel about a year ago, I guess. And that was a great campaign. And we're really looking forward to starting this one. So thanks again to Stephen. And I will put the link to this campaign in the description of this video and in all further videos. But it's free to use for anyone. You can download it, start playing it. That'd be awesome. And just let us know what you think of it. Share some of your experiences with it. And let us know what you think. So let's go ahead and get started with the campaign briefing. This campaign covers the fighting in and around Yartsevo from 29 July to 31 July in 1941. Elements of Funk's 7th Panzer Division faced Mikhailov's 101st Tank Division from Task Force Rokossovsky to decide the fate of Smolensk and ultimately Moscow. Rokossovsky's forces must keep the corridor open to prevent Soviet troops being trapped near Smolensk. To this end, Rokossovsky must clear German forces out of Yartsevo. Funk's 7th Panzer Division must close the Smolensk Kessel by capturing Yartsevo and linking with German forces to the southeast. The town of Yartsevo is a town to the east of Smolensk, on the land bridge to Moscow. Yartsevo is a major crossing point on the river Vop, and 335 kilometers from the Russian capital. The campaign objective for both sides is to control Yartsevo by the end of July. Yartsevo is split into 3 objective tables, 3A, 3B, and 3C. Whichever side has the initiative can choose where to attack. Soviet forces have the initiative at the start of the campaign. The initiative then passes to the victorious side as normal. The campaign starts with Task Force Rokossovsky's drive to recapture Yartsevo on 29 July. Game turns are split across the campaign calendar as follows. Turn 1 and 2 are played on 29 July. Turn 3 through 6 are played on 30 July, and turn 7 through 10 are played on 31 July. The objective for both sides is to control tables 3A, 3B, and 3C on the 31st of July. If any force controls all 3 tables at the end of turns 8, 9, or 10, they have won the campaign. If neither side controls all 3 objectives at the end of turn 10, then the side controlling 2 of the objective tables wins a minor victory. This campaign uses a modified ladder. It is not linear. Troops on Table 1 can attack or be attacked from Table 2. Table 2 can attack or be attacked from Table 1, 3A, 3B, and 3C. Table 3A can attack or be attacked from Tables 2, 3B, and 4. Table 3B can attack or be attacked from Tables 2, 3A, 3C, and 4. Table 3C can be attacked or be attacked from tables 2, 3B, and 4. And table 4 can be attacked or be attacked from tables 3A, 3B, 3C, and 5. Available forces. The Germans have 2 infantry platoons and 1 tank platoon. Now our infantry platoons will be commanded by longtime patrons and good friends of the channel, Jens Kopke and Nils Vesterman. Meanwhile, the Soviet player is a fresh infantry platoon every turn and a single tank platoon. Also, a single campaign track is used for the men's opinions, CO's opinions, and outlook for both sides. 1 for each force, rather than 1 for each platoon. Consolidating German platoons. The 7th Panzer are out on a limb and don't have access to much in the way of replacement manpower. The campaign can reduce the German platoons significantly, and they only have 1 available role for replacements, which will only fill part of the gap. The German player has the option to disband 1 platoon once it reaches a strength of 19 men or less. This creates a replacement pool for the remaining platoon. Supply lines. Supply lines link from the table being fought on, traced across friendly arrow-linked tables to the table 1 for the Axis or to table 5 for the Soviets. Platoons that are out of supply, that are withdrawing or routing from a table, add 12 inches to the distance their troops are from friendly jump-off points, for at the sharp end game result purposes. Platoons on tables that cannot trace a clear line of supply at the start of the game cannot use resource points. Resource points is a specific name for a pool of support points that can be used throughout the course of the campaign. There are no limits to restrict their usage. Each side starts the game with a pool of 8 resource points available on turn 1, 29 July. Additional resource points become available twice in the campaign. Immediately before turn 3, the start of July 30th, and again immediately before turn 7, the start of July 31st. Essentially, resource points are extra support points that you can use on a by-battle basis. So at the start of the battle, you roll for your support points as normal, and you decide how many of your remaining resource points you're going to add on top of the support points. And of course, you must be in supply to use this resource points as well. Deploying a tank platoon for a campaign turn costs 1 resource point to do so. Tanks from an armored platoon can be replaced between games by spending 1 resource point per tank. Now we'll take a look at the basic platoon layout and support choices for both forces. We'll start with the Soviet platoon. So this is a regular platoon. Force rating is -3, and they start with 5 command dice. The platoon consists of 1 senior leader, lieutenant, with pistol. There's a 3-man 50mm mortar team. Then there's 3 squads, led by a sergeant junior leader with rifle, 1 LMG with 3 crew, and 7 riflemen. Notice there's no teams, it's just all one big team. Now we'll take a look at the Soviet infantry platoon support list. So here they are. I'm not going to go through all of these, but I'll just point out some of the things maybe I don't have. So I do have the BT 7s and 5s. Steven sent me a bunch of those. I just got to paint them. I got a KV1 as well. BA-20 I don't have, I don't think. But most of this other stuff, I do not have the T-26 twin turret machine gun either. I think most of the rest of this stuff I do have. T-26, I don't have that either. But so the forces that are listed in red may only be purchased once per scenario. The items listed in blue may only be purchased when defending. And the items in green cost 5 support points normally, but they are reduced to 3 support points if the enemy has bunkers. So that is the standard, or the Soviet support list. It was pretty standard, really. I don't really see anything outrageous or that's not on the normal support list for these guys in the book. So that's pretty much it for them. So next we have the Soviet tank platoon, which is an option to bring in for 1 resource point. And this is a regular platoon, -2 force rating, 5 command dice. It has a platoon headquarters of 1 T-26B or BT-7 and senior leader. And then there's 2 other BT-7s as well that form the rest of the platoon. So the support list for the Soviet tank platoon is pretty much the same as the infantry platoon support list. It's just more limited. And one thing I did not mention was the pregame barrage specifically says not Wrath of the God. So it's not going to be the super pregame barrage that they normally get, which is fine because that's pretty nasty trying to go up against that. It's almost a no-brainer to take that when you're the Soviets because it's just so good. So, but it is nice they can get another senior leader as well, it looks like. And that is it for the Soviet forces. The German platoon is essentially a Panzer Grenadier platoon, but maybe better. They don't have the organic AT assets that a Panzer Grenadier platoon would have, but they do have 2 senior leaders, and they do have a 5cm mortar crew. They are +3 on their force rating, regulars, and they have 5 command dice, and they got 2 MG teams. And one's got 2 riflemen, one's got 1 rifleman. So this is a very solid platoon for a chain of command. So here we have the German support list for the infantry platoon. And again, it's pretty standard. You can see there is a red dice on here, and it does require you to have the 3 support choices to go along with it to get the red dice, unlike the Gemblow Gap campaign where the red dice, you don't have to have that, and that's very, very nasty to take that. But the rest of this stuff, I have most of this. I don't have the Panzerjäger 1. I don't have any of the anti-aircraft half-tracks either. But the rest of this stuff looks like I do have. I do have a 232, but it's painted for late war, so I probably won't be using it. And I do have the SIG 33 15 centimeter infantry gun as well, which is very nice to have when you're trying to root out Soviets. The items in red can only be purchased once per game. The items in blue may only be purchased when defending, and a total of 2 blue items of any type may be selected per game, no more. So this is to represent the 7th Panzer as really not equipped to dig in and create lines and bunkers and stuff during the campaign as they're on the move. So that's limiting their options as far as defensive fortifications go. And items in green, again, are 5 support points normally, but are reduced to 3 support points if the opposition can have bunkers. The German tank platoon is quite a large platoon. It is a regular platoon at +5 force rating, 5 command dice, and it has 1 senior leader 38T and then 4 other Panzer 38Ts, which is pretty solid. I could see that being a problem for Soviets, as the 38T is a decent tank, especially for early in the war. The tank support platoon lists look like this. Very similar again to the infantry platoon support list, just with limited options. And looking at this, I don't really see anything different, except for I did notice the Char B1, which is on this infantry list as well, which I do not have one of those painted in German colors, sadly. Maybe I should get one, because that could be pretty good. I think in early war like this, bringing one of those out would be pretty good, I think. So other than that, that is it for both platoons, for both forces, as well as their support options. And that will do it for the campaign briefing. I wanted to do a separate video for it, as this campaign's got a little bit more to it, and I didn't want to just tack it on to the start of the first video, so I thought I would do an independent video for it, just to explain a lot of what's going on in the campaign. So we're planning on starting this campaign very soon, and we're hoping to get about 1 a month done. So it'll take a while to get it all the way done, unless we can squeeze a few more in, which we will try to do. But yeah, we're excited about it. And again, thanks to Stephen for writing it. And I hope you guys enjoy this campaign. And let us know what you think. And go ahead and try it out for yourselves. Share it amongst your friends. And see how you do with it. And let us know how it goes. So we'll see you guys out there. Thanks for watching.